Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2025 VRC Dirt Oval World Championship here for our Rally X division. I'm Mike Garrison to bring you all the action. Top 10 drivers after qualifying,
Five,
all lined up on the
4,
grid, getting set to go
3.
here. Jimmy Flack, your top qualifier, the American. Tone sounds off and underway here. He's going to be leading us in. Oh, Johnny Cognon early on out of turn 4, taking over that number 1 spot. Jimmy Flack says, nope, I'm taking it right back here. Jimmy Flack leading the way early on here. This one down the front stretch. He goes into turn 1, coming out of turn 2. Oh, Jimmy Flack diving close to that inside fencing there, coming out of turn 2. Back down the front stretch. He goes into 1, coming out of 2 once again. Right up along that inside blue fencing, trying to gain tenths of a second. He's already out to a 4/10 of a second lead here. Jimmy Flack working his way around the racetrack here. Big mistake there for Jimmy Flack. Jimmy coming out of turn 1 and 2. Take a look at the slow-mo action here. It's a little too close to that fence that we were just talking about. Catches the front left there, spins him all the way around. Back on the throttle, though. Jimmy Flack loses very little time on that one. Flack back in the running here. Cognon going to be out front. Jimmy Flack in second, but not for long as Flack trying to go and run up along the outside here down the front stretch. Into 1, coming out of 2. Once again, right next to the blue fencing. Oh! Up against the back wall that time. Jimmy Flack using every inch of this racetrack right now. A 9.363 last time by Jimmy Flack. Despite the Batmobile spin in turn number 2, he's back out front leading the way. Cognon in the number 2 spot here in this one. Nutty Fox in 3rd. Tobias Lindgren in the number 4 spot. Navani in the 5. Simon H. in the 6. Mark Hume going to be in the number 7 spot here. Take a look here at Tobias Lindgren. And Navani, I believe, Lindgren! What a line right there for Tobias Lindgren. He gets on that inside curbing, using it as a berm there, just powering his way through the corner. This fast lap, a 9.308. There's Nutty Fox in the number 4 spot. His fast lap, a 9.408. 2 minutes into this race now, a 10-minute race. A lot of racing left to go here for these drivers. As Nutty Fox working his way back around here, chasing down Cognon. Fox back up to the number 2 spot now. Cognon taking it right back from him. Coming out of 2. Back into 3 now. Cognon to the inside. Fox tries to set him up down the straightaway. Back into 1. Dives underneath. Coming out of turn 2. Nutty Fox grabs a handful of throttle. Fox back up to the number 2 spot now. Cognon dropping back to the number 3 spot. Back into 1. Coming out of 2. They got lap traffic in between them there as they're going to be working their way through. Tobias Lindgren in 4th. Andre Navani in the number 5 spot. Nutty Fox, fast lap, a 9.408 on lap number 9. Last time by the line was a 9.529. He's going to be 1 second back right now from your race leader of Jimmy Flack. Jimmy, your top. Oh, Tobias! Hang on to it, Tobias Lindgren. Catches that blue fence into 1 there. Just about loses the rear end there. Able to hold on to it. Back on the throttle he goes. Tobias Lindgren in the number 4 spot now. He's going to be 1.3 seconds back from Gilroy Cognon in the number 3 spot. Cognon coming out of turn 2, back down the back stretch. There's Nutty Fox. Oh, big mistake for Nutty Fox there. Take a look at this. Coming into turn 3, bumps the inside curb all the way to the outside, slams the outside wall, jumps back onto the racetrack in between turn 3 and 4. Wow. What a turn of events there for Nutty Fox. Fox was running in the number 2 spot. That drops him all the way back to the number 5 spot here in this one. 0.3 of a second back from Andre Navani, just ahead of him here. That's going to change up things in this one. He's got some catching up to do as Cognon in the number 2 spot. Tobias Lindgren in that number 3 spot. Andre Navani in the 4. Nutty Fox in the 5. As you can see, they are working their way through some lap traffic there. I believe that is going to be Del Mastro and Tanigaki. Back to the front here in this one. 4:10 in this race. Jimmy Flack out of turn 3 and 4. Jimmy hugging that tight inside line despite the mishap early on in this race. Not afraid to get right up next to that fencing once again. Here comes Jimmy through turn 1. Coming out of turn 2. Down the backstretch he goes. Right up along the outside through 3 out of 4. Carving his way through lap traffic like a hot bite. Oh, boy. Wow. Jimmy Flack just about catches the fence once again. He's out to a 4.4 second lead, though. Flack can afford a few more spin outs, I think, here in this one. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here, Jimmy Flack out front, Cognon in second, Lindgren in third, Nutty Fox in fourth, Navani in fifth. 9.311, his new fast lap of the race there for Jimmy Flack, 5 minutes into this one. Flack coming back around here. Cognon in the number 2 spot, Lindgren in the 3 spot, Nutty Fox in the 4 spot. Closest battle right now in the front is going to be Guillermo Cognon. Oh, look at Jimmy Flack right here. Some slow motion action. Coming out of turn 2, sweeping back onto the backstretch. 5:25 into this one. Taking a time shift now, 8:05 into this one. Battle for the number 2 spot, Cognon in the 2, Lindgren in the 3. Coming out of turn 2, side by side. Back into 3 they go. Lindgren takes it over. Cognon now. They are wheel to wheel, fender to fender. Lindgren taking that tight inside line between 1 and 2. Tobias Lindgren jumps his way up to the number 2 spot now. Cognon drops back to the number 3, coming into turn 1, out of turn 2. They've got the race leader of Jimmy Flack just behind him there, coming out of turn 4. Oh, Flack bumping up against pit lane wall there, and Flack, you can see, trying to work his way through. Here comes Jimmy Flack here with 8:45 into this one. Minute 15 left to go. Out of turn 2, down the backstretch they go. Tobias Lindgren in second, only 0.6 of a second ahead of Guillermo Cognon. Nutty Fox going to be 0.5 of a second. Out of the 3 spot, Navani in the 5 spot. Simon H. in that 6 spot. Mark Hume in that number 7 spot. Christoph in the 8 spot. Del Mastro and Tanigaki. 45 seconds to go here in this one. Christoph Ackrell there in the 9 spot. I do believe this may be Christoph's first VRC World Championship A main appearance here for Rally X Dirt Oval Division. 30 seconds left to go here. Jimmy Flack working his way around here into 1, out of 2. Ooh, get a little bit wide there. Jimmy Flack with a 9.4 second lead over Tobias Lindgren in that number 2 spot. And that is Tobias right there ahead of him, I do believe. Take a little slow-mo action here. Coming into turn 1, sweeping his way out of turn 2. Jimmy Flack with 7 seconds left on the clock. He's looking for a world championship win. He's going to go by the line and get one more. Time has expired. Turn 1, turn 2, one final time. But Jimmy Flack once again taking the win. Tobias Lindgren in that number 2 spot, and Guillermo Cognon rounding out your top 3.